The eCom Seller Summit was created to prove that with the right tools and training, anyone and everyone can make money in e-commerce. So many people want to try their hand at e-commerce, selling on eBay, Amazon, Shopify, and more, but they're afraid they won't be successful. This summit will show you that there's many ways to do e-commerce, and there are many platforms you can explore because e-commerce really has no limits. It really can pay your bills, and e-commerce never sleeps. There's nothing like waking up to profits from getting sales all night long. My name is Nicole Whitlock, and this is the eCom Seller Summit.
Hi, good afternoon, or good morning, actually. My name is Toni Mitchell, and I'm here today to talk to you about one of my favorite topics, which is couponing. So, um, let me tell you a little bit about myself, and then we'll get started. Um, I've been a couponer for many years. I have couponed for almost my entire life. That's just something that was expected that we do. I grew up with two Depression parents. I was the youngest of three. And so, therefore, that was just something that um, my parents, my mother especially, had to integrate into the family budget. By the time I was in elementary school, there were two college age children and then me. So it's just kind of become natural to me. So I'm going to tell you a few tips and tricks about this. I'm sorry, I'm from Texas, if you couldn't tell with my accent, and I'm just thawing out. Okay. So, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you real quick. And literally, this is what we're going to be talking about using couponing and sourcing for increased profits. Because how I came upon this journey, as I've told you, I am your trainer, and I've been teaching. I'm a teacher right now for a little bit long, just a tiny bit longer. And I've been couponing for more than 30 years. My mom taught me how to coupon, as I've mentioned, and so did my grandma. And I still use them in my business and in my family all the time. I mean, it's automatic. I'm married to a wonderful, wonderful man, and we have four daughters between us. We have a 29-year-old who's almost the 30, and we have a 25-year-old, or she will be next month, a 24-year-old today. And by the way, if you didn't realize it, it's a national holiday, according to my daughter. And then we have, of course, a 22-year-old between us. So, anyway, I do sell on multiple platforms: Amazon, eBay, and Mercari. And I'm going to be branching out in the next couple of months on a couple more platforms. And even my two daughters are selling now. It's really kind of funny because they're starting to ask me things, and they're like, they'll come and say, "Hey, mom, I thought you'd be proud of me because I da 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 da," and positive reinforcement all the time. My 29-year-old and my 24-year-old are the ones who are um, selling on platforms. In fact, my 24-year-old and I were discussing that today, and how profit margins and that kind of thing. So it was really kind of fun. Um, just I want to tell you, first of all, just because you're coming to this doesn't mean you're going to be one of those crazy people on those shows who have 5 storerooms of paper towels or whatever else. Okay, that's not what this is about. This is about how I can help you get your return on your investment, whether it be couponing um, your personal groceries to where you have more money to put towards your business, or whether it's using coupons in your business or using some things around couponing to help you with your business. Okay. I'm only going to mention one or two things in here. There are several others that I use as well. Um, and if you decide to join our academy, I'd be more happy to really walk you through some of those, because really, couponing is a different animal, even from 3 years ago. It's completely different over the last couple of years. But anyway, I do have more than 40 years of experience myself. So anyway, let's get going. First of all, what am I talking about? I'm showing you a check here that's dated about 2 years ago, actually. It was what I earned in Q4 of 2018 using Rakuten. and you hear people saying Rakuten, Rakuten. If you haven't joined Rakuten, you can write down my link right there. And of course, if you have the All Access Pass, you can look at that link over and over again. But anyway, just even in 2020, the last quarter, I earned almost $100, and that was just a little bit here and there. Actually, I did change my business model, and that's something that, as you grow and as you figure things out more and more with your e-commerce journey, you may decide that what I'm doing right now isn't really making me a lot. I'm working really hard to do this thing. What can I do to make things easier for me and at the same time make more money? And that's really what I have evolved over the last 18 months, actually. So my number isn't quite as big, but I was, be quite honest, if we looked at the data, which I have the data, and that'll be in a different presentation, I can show you how I've evolved and how my business model has improved. So anyway, it does take a lot of time. It doesn't take a lot of time. It takes a little bit of time, but it doesn't have to run your life. Okay. And that is the main thing, because all my friends for many years, I mean, from the time in college is when I really started couponing, because my mother would send them to me and I thought she was so lame. I was like, oh dear goodness, I was so embarrassed. But when I moved to my own apartment, it was interesting because at the end of the month, right before the first, I still had a little bit of money in my checking account. Now I was expected to, because, bouncing checks cost money. But my friends didn't have any money. And so then they wanted to learn how to coupon, and we kind of went from there. But finding coupons isn't a money producing activity, but using them is. So you got to make sure that what you're doing, your time is money. So you got to make sure that whatever you're doing is a money producing activity or an income producing activity, whatever it is, whether it helps you make income or it is strategy that you're using and you are making money. So whatever it is, you don't want to waste your time. So you're going to understand why you use them. You're going to understand a little bit about coupon lingo. You're going to find, oops, sorry, didn't mean to go fast. You're going to find where coupons are found. You're going to learn the difference between an e-coupon and a print coupon. And the thing is, you're going to start using, you can use these today. My session's at 8 a.m. this time. And after you finish my session, you could literally walk out of your house and start using some of these like that. Okay. And real examples, making money. And I'm not talking, okay, because money walks, the rest, money talks, the rest walks. I can barely even talk right now. Again, my brain's frozen. So making it a habit. First of all, you got to have them with you. And that means you don't have to have a binder. I mean, you can have a binder, you can have an envelope, you can have them loose in your purse. It depends on what's going on in my life. Right now, they are everywhere in my purse. And my purse is a little scary, but that's okay. I know what coupons are there. And right now, as you know, we are doing our summit starting February 22nd. And February 22nd is a great time, especially if you are really trying to start getting yourself, up the chain on some of your products. Because right now, as you know, supply and demand, if there is a limited supply and a large demand for something, the price goes up. And just a couple of things you might want to think about. Valentine's has just ended. Certain candy is only produced, and only sold during Valentine's. Just think about that. You've got those chocolate covered cherries, the Coca-Cola cherries, which black Coke cherries. I was really surprised when I saw what those boxes of cherries sold for. You've got your cheesecake M&Ms. You've got all sorts of things. We're starting Easter now. Peeps are definitely super popular. And the great thing about Peeps is their expiration date is for several years. I promise you. You could buy some. If you look, you got to make sure you look at the expiration dates. You can probably buy some this season, even at the end of the season, and they'll still be good to 2023. You just have to look at the expiration date, because those are really important, depending on what platform you sell on. But just some things about that. So that's one of the reasons why that's going to be really good for you. But you got to check. So it's on my list here. First of all, carry them with you. Carry your coupons no matter where you are. You got to check the expiration dates on the coupons because they're only good, and the manufacturers have started shortening the time. It used to be a month or two. Now it's maybe 2 weeks. Especially there's certain manufacturers who definitely, I mean, like if you find a Colgate coupon, it's going to expire the next week. So you need to use that sucker now. Make sure it's the right item. Don't try to use a coupon like that's for a 9-ounce something and you try to buy a 1-ounce thing. Yeah, the thing is, that's not cool. So, make sure that you got to follow the rules, and you need to know your store's policy. Like, for example, I know that Target will only take 4 coupons in a transaction. I know that they'll also use it with their online thing, but you can only use 4 manufacturers' coupons every single time. So you may have, if you have several transactions, the one thing is you might want to be nice. Best time to use it when there's a sale or clearance, and you can use coupons on clearance items 99% of the time. Sometimes the cashier will say, I don't think it's going to work. And you just say, oh, we'll just try it and see, and just go on. Okay. Be nice, mainly. Okay. How do I speak coupon? Or some common terms? B1G1, buy one, get one free. If you see a number and then over like a $sign and the number like 2 over 3 is 2 items and $3 off. $3 for one item. You got your IPs, which are internet printables. The reason why those are not as popular as they have been in the past is, of course, every time you come up with something really cool, there's always somebody that just ruins it for you. And there are scammers out there who have changed coupons, and it's made it to the point where most stores are very leery about using them. I personally haven't used them in a while, and the reason for that is because my main grocery store, the closest one to my house, won't take them. So it really is a store-by-store basis. Some will take them, and it's not a problem. Just make sure that you're being ethical and doing the right thing with them. Definitely don't go in there and Photoshop them or whatever, other software brands you can use to manipulate them, because that is fraud, and you will go to jail for that. So don't do that. Do not change any coupons, because if you do, it is stealing and you will go to jail. If you want to check out some people that have, you might just want to Google Coupon Connie, because it's uncool. An SC is a store coupon, and those are only valid for a specific store. An MC is a manufacturer coupon, and a CAT is Catalina. And Catalina is awesome because Catalina is money for that store. Just some store abbreviations. WAGS is Walgreens, DT Dollar Tree, DG Dollar General, CVS, RA Rite Aid. A lot of good deals are found in these stores. And I know it sounds crazy. I know it does. It's the truth. I'd say about 50 to 60% of my sourcing for my some of my platforms comes from some of these stores. Especially Walgreens and CVS. I mean, with the coupons, you can't beat it. And the thing is about Walgreens is that they have it used to be called Extra Care Bucks. They've just changed it. Walgreens Rewards, that's what it's called, where you get a certain reward for purchasing a product, and certain items you get big rewards, and you can redeem them $1 to $5. And then, of course, at 20 and at 50. And that is a really source of money because it didn't cost you anything. I mean, it's basically stuff you've already bought, and you're getting a percentage back. And you can use that money toward your business as well. So just throwing those out at you. But the Catalina, oh, buddy, I love Catalina because it may say 75 cents compliments of whatever vendor. Also look around in your store, because I'm telling you, where I live, people will just leave those Catalinas there. And I'm just like, oh, thank you. Thank you for that $2. Literally last Saturday, when I was getting groceries before the great snowpocalypse, this man in front of me bought some Yoplait yogurt, and he didn't get his $2 Catalina from the cashier. Well, you know what? Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Army guy, because I used that Catalina toward my business this past Saturday on some candy that has already been shipped out. It got shipped out today. So anyway, I just look at that as they just left two $1 bills for me. Thank you. Yes. Okay. So you need to figure out where you're going to find them. They're in the newspaper. They're in-store displays. Blinkies aren't as common as they used to be, but they're still there at the register. There's coupons, like pet printout. That's what a Catalina, but sometimes it's a coupon for a product. Sometimes what you do trips off a coupon for a sister product. The Wednesday mail flyers, and that's been something that's been a new phenomenon. I've noticed that in the last couple of years. But they will maybe have the red plum and the other smart source savings circulars. Procter and Gamble's usually not in there, but they've started putting it, at least where I live. The computer, again, we talked about computer printables and grocery apps. The grocery app is a big thing. That's more where your store coupons are now. They used to have this as printables, but now they are using the apps. Looking to see if I have my phone here. Yes, I do. Yay. And this literally, I'm looking on my app every single time because I didn't even put this in my presentation, but I just sent some product off that I'm thinking I paid $4.90 for 10 items. And I mean, you wouldn't believe it if I showed. Yeah, I've got to find it. I'll put it in my next presentation, but I'm not kidding. I nearly fell on the floor because I started looking. I was like, okay, this toothpaste is this and this, okay, and then I have this off of this, and it starts stacking it. I was like, are you kidding me? $4.90 and toothpaste in where I live is not taxable. So that was like party dancing. I was dancing, woo. Okay, some e-coupon sites. And that's mainly more for if you are ordering something online, if you're sourcing online and you decide, hey, I better see if there's a coupon, or your email, signing up for the loyalty programs. Because something is, Walgreens, I'm on their loyalty program. So, I mean, if you spend $20, we'll give you 5,000 extra Walgreens rewards. Well, that's $5. And I'm going to go there anyway. So I might as well buy something there. Like buy my Diet Coke over there than buy it at the grocery store because it's about the same price. They run the same deals, especially on Diet Coke. That's my thing. Okay. So anyway, first of all, you determine your business model and the discounts you seek. Okay. First of all, if you're going to do groceries and toys, a lot of people do that. I mean, I have gone from toys and I'm floating more toward groceries and consumables. And the reason I've floated more toward groceries and consumables is that I understand those. And I mean, I'm still doing toys, of course, not as hardcore as I have been. But groceries, beauty, household items, seasonal, that's where I've kind of started going that way toward. But again, there's coupons, there's rebates. There's several new rebate things. One is called coupons.com. They have a printable site, but they also have an app. And it used to be with this company called Saving Star, and coupons.com took it over. And the thing about it is that the moment they process it, it goes straight into your PayPal, which is really awesome. I would give you my link for it, but there's not one. So you just have to find that. But it's really pretty cool. You also have to look at, sometimes there's a buy one, get one free. Right now at one of the grocery stores that close to my house, I noticed that they have on beauty and makeup until Tuesday. They have, if you buy 2 items, you get one free. Okay. And on the 2 items that you buy, you can use a manufacturer's coupon on those. So let's say, for example, that you found this eyeshadow palettes and they're on sale, and you've got $2 coupons for each one. Well, all of a sudden you go from spending $15 because they each are $5. And so all of a sudden you're spending on 2 of them, 3 of them, because, you buy 2, get 1 free. All of a sudden you're down to $3 for those. And let's say you have a $2 coupon for the other 2. So you got 2, 4. So each one is $5. And you took the $2 coupons, $2 off 5 is 3, $2 off 5 is 3. You got the third one free. So all of a sudden, for 3 items, if they were $5 each on this makeup stuff, they've gone down to where they are actually $2 each. Okay. Now your profit margin has shot up $3 because of just doing that one little thing. Okay. And that's just a minor thing. Um, sometimes you get a gift card with purchase. I was in a store today, and I'll be quite honest, I was doing this for my personal stuff. And then I realized I was 20 cents short, or 10 cents. No, it was a nickel short. And I grabbed something thinking it would make it go over. It didn't. So I literally went back to the customer service desk and I said, I want my money back now. And that's another thing, a gift card with purchase. That doesn't necessarily mean the purchase for your business. Some businesses right now, because, you got your COVID going on. Sorry, I had to scratch my nose. Got your COVID going on. You got your weather phenomenons going on. You've got all these things going on that some retailers are doing whatever they can to get you in the door to purchase something. And AT&T has been just deal galore. And I'm just trying to hold out. But my husband, this winter, right after Christmas, he's had an iPhone 6. I know, don't shake your head. I know. And I had gotten him an iWatch for Christmas on a deal. And he couldn't get the watch software on his phone because his phone was too old. I said, you'll get a new phone, because he was kind of complaining about it anyway. And so we go to Target, and that week they were giving a $300 gift card if you upgraded your phone. Well, okay, you're going to use a phone anyway, okay? That $300 is $300 that I can put toward my business, and I have. I'll be quite honest, I have put it toward my business because, think about it. Somebody gives you $300, says, hey, that's $300. Think about that. $300. That's a lot of money. Sorry about that. That's a lot of money. So just think about that. Just because it doesn't have to be on your item, but if it is something that a reward you've gotten from somewhere else and you choose to put it back in your business, that's more money for you. And all of a sudden you get inventory with that gift card. It really hasn't cost you anything out of pocket. If you want to keep up with what it costs, that's, your thing. But sometimes it doesn't cost anything. On clothing, if that's something you do, you can look at Retail Me Not, Deals Plus, Coupon Cabin, whatever. Another thing is on the discounts is the Facebook boards. Those have just exploded overnight. For every store you frequent, there's probably a clearance Facebook group, and most of them are free, and they will give you a heads up if they're finding something. And sometimes there's a pricing mistake. Sometimes it's that specific store decided to give a great discount. So that's a good place to look as well. Talked about the e-coupons. As I said, almost everybody has their loyalty rewards or whatever. I mean, Kroger has the Kroger Plus card. I'm very familiar with that. CVS has the Extra Care card. And if you want to get a guaranteed $10 every month, of course, you can join their little club. I did that and I thought, oh, that's so lame. But on the day that 26th is when I bought mine, on the 26th that morning, I'm checking to see if my $10 is there, because I'm ready to use it right then toward product for my business. I've talked about the Walgreens extra, the Balance Reward card and their reward program. And there's all sorts of different ones. Target has it used to be called the Cartwheel, and now it is the Circle Rewards. And if you don't use the Target debit card, any other form of payment, you get a percentage back to use within that next calendar year. So it's really kind of cool. 7-Eleven has its own loyalty card, and I'll be quite honest, here in this area, I could not. It was 2 gas stations didn't have gas the other day because of the issues we've had with our weather. And I went to 7-Eleven and put my phone number in, and sure enough, I got 11 cents off. I was shocked, because normally I go to Kroger and they, I buy gift cards there. I get discounts, etc. So you can put coupons on these cards for additional savings. And I do that all the time, especially with Kroger and CVS and Walgreens. I don't walk out the door before I make sure I have all my coupons on there, my card. So there's etiquette. You don't act like an idiot. Don't be a crazy person. And I don't mean idiot, but you know what I mean. I mean, don't be that person that causes a scene and, you know, fights with the cashier on every single thing. You know, first of all, read the coupon. I mean, literally, I was in Target and this was on my grocery bill. And I was a little upset because, and I wasn't mad. I was just like, the line was long. And as soon as I get there, I would go back and reread the circle offer. And I went, it's my fault. I'm sorry. Because I thought it was for a 4-pack. It was actually for a 6-pack. So it's very specific. When using a lot of coupons, shop at the slower times in the store. Or if you've got a bunch of stuff, okay, go when it's slow. Don't be that person at 5 p.m. when everybody wants to get home and you have 10 different, purchases, 10 different transactions, because that's not cool. Okay. So try to do it at a time when people aren't around. Just be polite. Say yes. You don't have to be their best friend, but just be polite. Yes, no, how are you today? And that kind of thing. Don't argue with a checker. Just don't. And make sure you have items to cover your overage, because sometimes like stores like Walmart have coupon overage. And so make sure you have it covered, because on those coupon shows, they'll say, oh, I got a $70 gift card. That's on TV. Okay. I promise you that does not happen in real life, because it flusters the manager, it flusters the cashier. You're going, yeah, 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 yeah. And then they find ways not to use your coupon. So therefore, just cover it. That way everybody's happy. Everybody's calm. Okay. Now, as I told you, there are limits. Kroger, 5. It depends on who you ask. I mean, I've been to other Krogers where there's not a limit. I've been to Kroger's where there's definitely 5 like coupons. So it really depends. Okay. Target, it's 1 like coupon for like items for every 4. Walmart and Walgreens, I don't think have limits. United Stores don't have limits. Again, don't, as I said, don't do this at 5 p.m. on a weekday or Saturday afternoon or Sunday, from 3 to 5, whatever your store's busy time is. You know the people in your area. You know when they go to the grocery store. In the fall, if you go during a Dallas Cowboy game, then it's probably going to be okay. Now not so much, but back when the Cowboys were rolling, yeah. I mean, you go grocery store during Cowboy Day and nobody would be there during a Cowboy game. But another thing is, I've mentioned before, let the cashier know ahead of time that you have got a big transaction or you got a lot of coupons or something else. Just let them know ahead of time, because that way you're being courteous, and try to have them organized too. If you have a lot of items in your transaction, try to get all the like items together. Because the other day I was in a store and I found this great deal. I mean, I was like, yeah, yeah, again. And I made it to where all the like items, I said, I'm sorry. He goes, no, I really appreciate you doing this because it makes it easier for me. So again, make it easier for them, makes them happy, makes you happy. It's a better experience for all involved. Okay. Now you're going, okay, Toni, yeah, whatever. You keep saying this, but I want to show me. Okay. Some of these deals are from over the last couple of years. I have 1 or 2. I have one actually that was from June. I went back and looked, and I even had the receipt, because you wouldn't believe me if I didn't show you the receipt on this one. And then I have one that I did this week. Okay. So let's get with it. Actually, this is one from about a month and a half ago. One of the other apps I use, I get points for gift cards, and I noticed that this brand had several things on clearance. And I was like, yes. And so sometimes stores, when they're doing a deal, will include the clearance. Sometimes they won't. This time it was included. And so actually I think my cost was $335. It may have been $235. But anyway, again, I was pricing shampoo. Again, it's one of the things I've kind of gone toward my business model. Again, consumable items, people will use over and over again. I looked at what the buy box was. It's not a super high ranked item. It's not a super low ranked item. It's something that'll move, somewhat quickly. Just really depends. But I did the used a deal of buy 5, get 5 off on my product. So it ended up being $335. It was a $534 profit. Okay, not bad. This is one I found. When was this? 2018. So at third quarter, I found these lemonade chapsticks for 89 cents, and Walgreens had a 2 for 2 off a $1 coupon in their monthly store coupons. So they costed me 39 cents each. Cost me a bundle of 6 in a listing. And you see how it worked for me. I spent $2.34 and my profit was $13.17. That's pretty good. $13.17. But it can't be just regular. It has to be like some cool flavor, like, lemonade or peppermint or whatever. Okay. So anyway, let's go to the next one. This was from about a year and a half ago, with cat food. I have a cat. But at the time I didn't have a cat. This Blue Buffalo cat food is expensive, and there was a rebate on it. And so they paid me the rebate. The rebates, I got $1.75 an item. Okay. Amazon was on the listing. Eventually they sold. $9.25 profit. Not bad. This was last year, and I found these. They had Candyland marked down to $5.98, and I had some coupons that were $3 each. This year they've got them for $2, and I found them. I've already got my coupons. I've already grabbed them. I counted my coupons. I had a lot more than 11, but I bought 11 of the games out of pocket, $3. Now, what was really awesome that I didn't share yet, and I didn't put it in here, was that the Walmart by my house, awesome thing that it did, I happened to walk in there. It was so awesome. I was so scared they were going to catch me. Anyway, they had marked the Connect 4 game down to $3. Okay. It is a Hasbro game. The coupon was for Hasbro. The coupon was for $3. I got, I think, 18 free Connect 4 games. Everything I made on those games was pure profit. Pure profit. That was amazing. It was like what a feeling, I felt like doing a flash dance there. Anyway, so that's just another thing there. And I did sell out of those things fast. I mean, I sold them seller fulfilled. I sold them, FBA. They went out fast. Okay. This is the one I wanted to show you. I actually have the receipt here. I'm telling you, I'm scanning, you can't see my phone here. Here it is. Okay. But I scan everything. When I'm in a store, my husband hates going to the store with me because I'm scanning, and he's like, will you stop? I'm like, no, I can't. I gotta maximize my time here. And so when he's grabbing stuff, I'm like, I'm going to go over to this area. And he's just like, okay. And then he literally will text me 3 or 4 times. I'm here. Let's go. So this one morning, and if you look at the time, I bought it was 10 in the morning. So it was during the summer. I could just like, why is it 10 in the morning? Normally it's earlier. I just happened to go to this Walmart. And I'm trying to remember why I was over there. I don't remember why I was over in that part of town that day. But I just happened to breeze in because just sometimes I have the luxury of having about 8 Walmarts within a 15-mile radius of me. I realize not everybody is that fortunate. I live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. That's just, there's a lot of traffic, but there's a lot of Walmarts. So anyway, I happened to go to the Walmart that morning. And again, I saw this item, this Derman's antifungal cream. And that's not very sexy, I promise you. It does not sound sexy. However, it was marked 10 cents. And who am I to say that can't be sexy? Because it was sexy after that. 10 cents an item. I scanned it. And I scanned and I looked at all the different versions. And there were 94 of them, as you see. I bought every single one of them for 10 cents each, $9.40. I looked, and they had this bundle, and it was in the top 100,000. And the bundle was $4.6, and the low price was $19. So, and there weren't that many people on it. There were only 3 FBAs, and there were 10 seller fulfills. So with the price that I got this at, which by the way, if you scan it and look at what the regular price is, it's $4 a tube. So I don't know if the manager decided this was a bad move. I don't like this part of town. No, we're not going to have it. Whatever the case was, I didn't care. I bought all 94 tubes. And, you got your cost of 60 cents, 60 cents. And then my gross proceeds were more than $11 each. And I mean, I just did the quick math just to show you, I made $168 off this, and I made it within a week and a half because as fast as I could get them in, they were selling because I could be competitive. I could be super competitive with the price. If you wanted my money, if I wanted my money like I did that day, absolutely. And so I just wanted to show you it happened. This isn't a coupon thing. This is a I'm sourcing and I'm looking all the time thing. Okay. You've just got to be open to what will work and what you're knowledgeable about. And again, it's consumable. You know, athlete's foot. I mean, right now, it's, you know, something that people need. Okay. This is an item I found last week, and I mean, I've done this item before, but I pulled this up because I didn't do it last year. I just wasn't a big fan, but I thought, okay, I'm not going to buy these at regular price because I did buy them at regular price the last time I did it. Last time I sourced these, so this time I went through. I went through and the other day, and I found probably 10 or 15. Was it 15? Maybe 20 packages of these. And I thought, okay, I'll do a small sale of them. And what happened was that I found them for $1.15 each. Now I didn't even take off the 50-cent coupon because I had two off of 50 cents for M&M Mars. They're also two off 75 cents, but they're at the bottom of my purse. And I just was ready to get out of the store. So anyway, you take off 50 cents, my cost is now $1.80. My profit is $6.47 if I go the low price. If I'm doing the low price in new. Doesn't just because it's a low price on FBA doesn't mean that I have to do that. That's just showing you that, yeah, okay, yeah, I'm interested. Okay, it's $5. I'm definitely interested in that. Okay. So anyway, so let's review a couple things. First of all, you should use coupons because if you don't, you're effectively throwing away money that you could use toward your business, toward financial freedom, before putting towards saving for something, whatever it is, whatever you want to do, it's there. And manufacturers' coupons, internet printables, and Catalinas should mean money. And I'm telling you, for me this week, when I bought those M&Ms yesterday and the day before, yeah, I had $2.75 because that guy left $2 in the parking lot. Actually, didn't leave in the parking lot, left at the grocery store. I found them in the parking lot though. And I'll tell you, there was one that I found wet. I took it home and dried it. I have no shame on that. That's money. And you can find coupons everywhere. I'm not kidding. I've found them everywhere. I'm not constantly looking down the floor, but if I see something that looks like a Catalina, I'm not going to say, that's okay. No, you wouldn't look at a dollar on the ground and say, oh, I think I'll pass on that dollar. No, you won't. Quarter, nah. Some of you might with a penny. I'm a teacher. I'm going to pick up anything. So, again, it's money toward your business, which, allows you to be more successful. Printable coupons are found on coupon sites in the internet. E-coupons are downloaded to a loyalty card. You usually get some kind of reward from the store for having one, whether it's usually a lower price is part of the reward. The other reward is just getting more deals and coupons. So just again, to find out more information, you can join our free Facebook group, which is the eCom Sellers Mastermind. Or I'm telling you, you're really getting a lot of coaching and good things here. If you want to join our eCom Sellers Academy, and with this membership, no pressure. Again, this is one of our mission statements is really to help people, but help people pursue whatever they want to do. Included with your membership is one-on-one quarterly coaching session. It doesn't have to be with me. It can be with whomever you'd like. You get exclusive access to our Academy membership site. You get training sessions and workshops and a lot more. So if you want to sign up, and I strongly recommend you do it because an $18 investment a month and making your business grow exponentially is totally worth it. I'll be quite honest, where I met most of the trainers that I work with is through one of these sites. And I thought it was kind of crazy at first. I thought, why in the world am I going to pay for this? after the first month, it definitely, the proof is in the pudding. Proof is in the data, and it's there. I've got it. My business went, and it continues that. Sometimes it'll go down a little bit, just like the economy, and it goes right back up because you look at the data, you make a decision, and you go from there. Okay. And this is one of those things that will help you grow, help you figure out some problems, help you solve some things going, I'm not really doing well with this. Okay. Well, what is it that you're doing right now? Have you thought about this? Have you thought about that? Just talking out with somebody really helps. But anyway, sign up today with ecomsellersacademy.com. And again, I'm Toni Mitchell. Thank you for your time, and I appreciate your patience with me today. Y'all have a great, blessed day. Thank you.